welcome to my channel. This video is going to be a pick a card tarot reading for the full moon in Pisces on September 20th, 2021. The full moon brings light to whatever we need to release or let go of. It helps us see more clearly what we no longer need and what we need to do to move away or move on from. Pisces is a dreamer and Pisces is idealistic. This full moon is all about shedding any resistances that we may have to spirituality or embracing our intuition or just becoming more in tune with our internal desires, our internal wishes, and our intuition. It also may be about shedding whatever you feel is preventing you from really having that dream life, really experiencing those dreams and consciously dreaming. For this pick a card reading, I will be using the Dog and Cat Communication Tarot deck, which is a tarot deck specifically designed for communicating with your familiar, with cats and with dogs. And I like to use our familiar to see what energy they feel we need to bring into this full moon. And I like to consult our familiars and the animals in our life to see what energy they feel we need to bring in, release, or just get their perspective on things, since our animals are really a mirror to ourselves and they are really here to help us and guide us and support us, and they come from unconditional love. For this pick a card reading, I will be asking our familiar what they feel we can do to really get in touch with that Pisces energy, to really embrace the dreamer, the idealistic, our intuition, how we can really embrace this Pisces energy, and maybe what we need to think about or meditate on or consider during this full moon. So relax, take some deep breaths, and pick a number from 1 to 3, and whichever number you pick, that will be your message from your familiar to you. I'm going to shuffle the cards and let's get into the reading. What message does your familiar have for you this full moon? And how can you embrace the Pisces energy? What message does your familiar have for you this full moon? Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. And how can you embrace this Pisces energy? Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Group 1, your cards are the 10 of Hearts and the 2 of Balls. Group 1, you have the cards, the 10 of Hearts and the 2 of Balls. Group 1, both of these cards are sort of a relationship card and working together with others. The 10 of Hearts is all about harmony in your relationship with your familiar. And the 2 of Balls is about working as a team with your familiar to create a desired outcome that you both agree on, and that is beneficial for everyone. The 2 of Balls is about learning together. The 2 of Balls can kind of be a training card. So if you think of dog training or obedience, when you're not just training your dog is also training you, and you're working together, you're communicating with each other to come to a desired outcome. Maybe your animal is anxious or fearful or aggressive, and you're working together to overcome this behavioral issue. You're seeing it as an opportunity to come together as a team. The 2 of Balls is really about creating a plan, taking action, and implementing something to get to a desired outcome, and working with your familiar, collaborating, working together, communicating, understanding the needs of each other to arrive at a desired outcome that benefits the both of you. And the 10 of Hearts is very similar, but it's a lot more about love and just really craving that harmony and the collaboration that comes out of love instead of frustration or anger or trying to solve something, just love and trust and working together, having fun, enjoying each other's company while trying to reach a desired outcome. Just enjoying that unique bond that you two have. Putting these two cards together with the full moon in Pisces, I feel that your familiar is trying to communicate to you that you can bring some more intuition, some more feminine energy, some more go with the flow type energy into a goal or something that you are trying to accomplish. Maybe take a break, sit back, and see how you can enjoy the harmony and the peace and the love that you already have surrounding you. Or look at what you need to do, what you need to release, let go of, change, adapt in order to be able to have more of this harmony, more of this love, or to be able to really live in the moment and experience it. Experience the relationship and the bond and working together and communicating and really considering the perspective of another from a really loving place. And also just trusting your familiar, trusting your intuition, and your familiar is going to be there to show you or point you in the right direction or guide you, support you in trusting your intuition and focusing on the love. Really take time to appreciate all that you and your familiar have accomplished or overcome together. I hope this was helpful for you, Group 1, and you enjoy the full moon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 2, your cards are the Knight of Bones and the Seven of Paws. Group 2, you have the cards, the Knight of Bones and the Seven of Paws. The Knight of Bones is about understanding that you have a purpose. Our animals really love to have a purpose. They like to know that what they are doing is appreciated and that they are important. They also love to know that they are a good boy or a good girl, and they love to have these opportunities to show to you or prove to you that they are good and that they are doing their best. They're really just here to please us. Providing our pets with a reason to do something is really motivating. Like when they are puppies, we train them and we reward them for when they are doing well. And that was just Penny. She's growling a bit. She's trying to get my attention, so I feel that she has something to say for you, Group 2. Right, Penny? Penny is a dog that really does like to have a purpose. She is a herding dog. She is part border collie, cattle dog, Australian shepherd, and she really loves having a purpose, which is why she came right now to speak to us. And I think she's just emphasizing the point that it is really important to give our animals a reason, even if that reason is just to sit and cuddle you. Or when you leave, give your dog or your cat something to do while you're gone. Even if you're just gone for a few hours during the day, you can tell them before you leave, keep the energy in the house really loving, or keep the house warm, keep my bed warm. Something that your familiar can do that's really easy and that's full of love that they will probably naturally do anyway, but just telling them that, showing them that you appreciate what they're doing and their place in your home, in your household, gives them really great feedback. Their purpose doesn't always have to be something big or a big job or a big duty, just something really little, something that they feel important, they feel special, they feel that they are contributing. Let them know what they do. I'm sure that they are always contributing to your life, to your rituals, to your intentions, to everything that you do, but let them know, tell them, and tell them often. And the Seven of Paws is about being a little naughty when we are maybe bored or when we don't have something to do, which really ties into the previous card, which was giving our familiar a purpose. Sometimes when we don't give our animals something to do, they'll make something up on their own, and it usually will be a behavior that we don't really like. For example, if we don't give our puppy a chew toy when they are teething, they may decide to chew on the walls or our baseboards. That's them giving themselves something to do, giving themselves a purpose. When we provide our animals with something to do and with some sort of mental stimulation, Unwanted behaviors are often reduced or disappear completely. So this full moon, I feel that your familiar is trying to get you to really think about what behaviors in your life, maybe your own behaviors or behaviors that your familiar is showing you, maybe some little misbehaving or naughty behaviors that they are doing. How can you turn this around into a positive behavior, or really think about what behaviors or beliefs that you want to release, and then what do you want to take the place of those behaviors. Our pets are mirrors, which I say all the time. They mirror back to us our own behaviors. So say our cat is anxious or fearful when strangers come over, that may be an indication about some feelings that you may be feeling when you encounter strangers or having someone else in your house or in your space or in your bubble. And when you work on your internal beliefs and your behaviors, our pets will reflect that and mirror that back to us. And some of their anxiety or their fearfulness will decrease or go away when our anxiety and our fearfulness decrease. And we don't always actually realize that we have these feelings or these thoughts, and they are showing up in our familiar, in our pets, and the animals in our lives. And when we look at how those animals are acting and then turn it in on us, we can get a clearer picture and see maybe what's going on internally with our thoughts or our beliefs or our emotions. So with this full moon, really look at what you want to release, what you want to get rid of, maybe limiting beliefs or behaviors, actions. Since it was a new moon in Virgo, that was all about our routines and our actions and our health. So it might be something in an area like that instead of more our mind. But Pisces is a lot about creativity and imagination and intuition. So it's tying a little bit of our subconscious into our regular routines and our daily activities. And there's something there that your familiar feels can be changed, transformed into something more positive, something that you're doing regularly that you can really transform. I hope that was helpful for you and you get some insight from your familiar, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 3, your cards are the 8 of Balls and the 5 of Paws. Group 3, you have the cards, the 8 of Balls and the 5 of Paws. The 8 of Balls is all about being comfortable with change. It's about enjoying action, enjoying movement, having opportunities to move your body and discover and learn new things. And your familiar is really telling you that they really enjoy having these opportunities, and that it feels really good to have both mental and physical enrichment, and that they really dislike being bored. And that change is actually good. Even though it can be scary, change is something to be celebrated. It's important in life. It's always going to happen. And change isn't bad. It's not something to be fearful of. Change can be really good. And the 5 of Paws is a lot about communication and really communicating why you are doing something and why something needs to be done. There are some actions, or I'm going to say in this case, some changes that you have to make, because that's just life and that's how things go. And decisions need to be made, changes need to be made. And your familiar is saying that they really like to understand why. They know that these things need to happen. As the previous card stated, they enjoy change, they appreciate change, and they like to have excitement and variety in their life, different things. They don't like to be bored, but they want to know why something is happening. They don't just want to go in blindly. They like a little bit of warning, to be prepared. They like to be communicated with. It isn't always possible to know when a change will occur. Sometimes things just happen suddenly, but your familiar wants to be kept in the loop and communicated with during the process. They like to be told what to expect. As soon as you are able to verbalize or let them know what's happening, they like to just be in the loop. And if there is any conflict in your life, in any relationships, if that's between you and your familiar, or if it's between you and another person or loved one, your familiar is really asking you to consider the perspective of the other person, or of themselves, and Try to look at disagreements or changes from both perspectives, from all angles of everyone involved. Consider everyone's thoughts and feelings and think how everyone may be a little fearful, a little anxious, a little angry about whatever situation is happening right now or whatever change is occurring, and to really just consider the opinions, thoughts, beliefs, emotions of another. Putting these two cards together, this full moon, I feel you're familiar, is really just letting you know that you are making changes in your life, or there are some changes that need to be made. You are probably already aware of these changes or have been thinking about these changes, probably at the new moon. Previously, 2 weeks ago, you have decided on these changes that you are going to make, and now you may be starting to implement them or letting go of what needs to be let go in order to make these changes. And your familiar is really reminding you to let everyone else know in your life, all your loved ones, even your familiar themselves, let everyone, even if they're not directly involved, know exactly what is going to happen. Keep everyone in the loop. Communicate with everyone. Don't try and keep it all to yourself or hide it in. And also consider the perspectives, the beliefs, the opinions, the emotions of everyone in your life, or everyone who may be affected by these changes. Just be really considerate, compassionate, have empathy for others, and if challenges or disagreement occurs, really be open-minded and consider the perspectives of whoever you're having this conflict or challenge or disagreement with. I hope this video was helpful and you enjoy the new moon in Pisces, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.